Hi everyone, it's nice to be back again. So I know it's been a while since I was able to upload new videos, but other than that, I'm doing this reading for my Piscean gang, Pisces. How is everyone doing? So anyway, let's start your reading. You got the World card, very good. Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, the Hermit, the Chariot, considering Knight of Swords, and the Temperance. So right off the bat here, Pisces, it looks like some of you guys were able to start having to understand a lot of lesson learned from either from past experiences that you're having, even this moment right now. Just because I know like everyone is staying at home and all of us are having this how do you say it, it's almost like a downtime for most of us because we're all we used to have this life where we go to work, we go home, and that's all we do. But I think for you, this is exactly the time where you have come to understand and learn certain lessons in your life or past experiences. It so when the work card shows up, it talks about a graduation. So you're graduating from another stage in your life. So let's say if you're in your 20s, you go in your 30s, you're probably understanding a lot more things about, okay, when I was in my 20s, I used to do this, but now I'm in my 30s, it's another different thing. So you're understanding a lot of that. And some of you, it's probably they're either thinking about their graduation. Maybe some of you were there was a halt when it comes to their graduation. But I guess it's still you have that energy of feeling like you graduated from something. But mostly, if this relates to just personal life, like I said, this is about understanding lessons that you have learned, a new chapter in your life, and also closing older cycles. It's like saying you're about to open a new book in your life. So you finish one book, it's time for you to open a new one and start reading another book. And then you got the Emperor here and Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay, these are very strong cards, yo. So you have three major arcanas in your current situation. I would say this is very outstanding. I haven't seen this reading yet for any other zodiac, but your reading seems like it was a major completion of everything. So one of it is saying, just I already told you earlier, there was I mean, I'll be in I'm reading the middle, but I feel like I'm going to take a little time reading this because this is really good. So all the lessons learned together with closing and ending some of the cycles that you had, and the Emperor. So you're taking your power back. This is what it's saying. This is about you having to go to the next stage of your life that is very promising. Some of you also are going to take control of their situation when it comes to how to progress. So if there was been a time that you have been a little bit of, I would say there was, you have been stuck in certain situation. Now I think you have a better understanding of why you where you are right now. But you understand that it comes with a lot of lessons. So Saturn and Jupiter, I'll talk about astrology a little bit, but so you learn, Saturn brings a lot of lesson learned together with your Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter. So it's like how do you say it? You're gonna hit a jackpot, I guess. So if anything, but I'll add some more after this because I'm gonna take so long just talking about that, but they're very strong card. Anyway, let's move on. Your potential challenge is Hierophant. So I think right here, like I said, one of the lessons learned for you is being wiser, right? Yeah. So if you were a bit an experience before. I think you're gaining more experience when it comes to your life, either from work, from the relationship that you have. And also, this is understanding about commitment, what commitment is about. Maybe you start spending more time with your significant other and you started understanding, you know what? I guess this is what partnership is about. So you're learning the art of partnership too. For some of you, it is something that you might not have to speak about it, but you're seeing it. You can actually experience it right now. Maybe because of time spent with your partner. Also, commitment. If it's a job that you have, you're probably understanding that this is how you commit to a job. For those of you who are essential workers, you're taking your job seriously and you're proud of yourself, and that's good. So anyway, what to focus on? It says Queen of Pentacles. This is about stability, and it might connect to a point where, so vice versa here, if you're a male, it's talking about you are understanding. If you want to commit to somebody, you're understanding, okay, this is the person I want to be. I want that person to be the mother of my kids. Same thing with, if you're a woman, and you would think about, okay, that's the person that I want to have kids with, or something like that. Because I think for you, other than commitment, you're understanding partnership and long-term relationship, basically. And you're also looking into your future. If it's about, like I said, career, job, you're understanding, okay, you know what, my job is very important to me, and I realize how how much work or loyalty should I put into my job too, if anything. Because maybe if some of you have stayed home and you never like working, maybe now you experienced thinking, you know what, I should have appreciated, or I should appreciate the job that I used to have, because it was something that was part of my life. So you're committing to that in a way. So over the past, I think you've been a little bit you keep things to yourself most of the time, or you could have been a bit not too open about certain things. So it's like saying, I'm sorry to say, but a bit close-minded. So I'm sorry if it's going to trigger some of you, but I think close-mindedness is not just saying it's a negative thing, but you could be a bit not open to certain things in your life. But because right now you're starting to see a lot of it, so you're gonna have to open a little bit more. So you're very guarded too. If you're in a relationship, it's the same thing. You're not opening up. You're guarded. You were guarded, and you always think that, okay, I'm sorry to some, but I might have to say it, and don't get mad at me, but it's like saying, some of you thinks that the world revolves around them, or I think you're a bit, some of you guys are a little bit really, the word is vain. And of course, some people would say, that's a bad thing. We all have our own personality. So, but if I'm just describing it based on what I see, I'm just gonna have to tell you, because I don't sugarcoat. I just have to tell you what I see. But that was just in the past, anyways. So I'm just describing what it is, or how you felt, what you felt like. So moving on. The good thing about you is you have the Two of Pentacles. So I think you try to run things smoothly in your life. You tried your best to always be on regular day-to-day basis, even before the lockdown. I think you have your routine, and that is something that was good for you. So in a way, if you're in a relationship, I think you try to maintain a good amount of give and take when it comes to your partner. So you're there for them, and they're there for you. So life was okay in a way, and then because you're basically, I'm sorry, my words are getting really bad now. But what I'm saying is like you are very easy to deal with. So let's say if I have a partner like you know, you part of the strengths or part of the good character that you have is you as a person, you're easily to get along with, regardless, or I mean, not in all sense of the whole relationship, but you're manageable. How we say it like that. So, anyways, so in the near future, you have you Eight of Swords. So, Eight of Swords, it talks about restriction, or not being able to do certain things. So I think even if something is being presented to you, just like in the middle reading, and I was telling you about how you're starting to see things clear, and you're understanding so many things about how life works, lesson learned, commitment, partnership, job, loyalty. Even if you're saying that, I think still a part of you is saying that you can't. And let's see why, because I don't understand. Let's see. So you know you have so much love, or you have so much love to give, and the other person, who, if you are in a relationship, like I said, they have so much love, they're giving you all the love that they could give you, and like you can clearly see it. But I think still there's a part of you, still you have the Hangman, so there was still a little bit of feeling of being stuck, because you're skeptical about it. So you have the Moon card that suggests like you're happy, you're skeptical about, even if it's good, you're probably skeptical about it. You feel like there's secrets behind it, there's illusion, but I guarantee you there's nothing. I mean, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the World card, that says it all for me. I think this is just your energy. You need to start looking more into it, and you can probably realize what's actually in front of you for some, okay? And so, moving on, suggested approach, you got the Hermit card. Exactly what it's saying. It's telling you to do your inner work. For some of you who are spiritual, I think you need to expand a bit more of your beliefs. I'm not saying you go against to about whatever you believe in, different religion. See, spirituality is not about your religion. It's about your spiritual being, you as a person. So you need to get to know yourself very well. And also you need to get to know yourself in a way how you become a part of the community, or part of the whole cohabitation with the whole world that you're living in. So also you need to understand your purpose in life, and understand that you have a very strong way of manifesting whatever it is that you want, the Magician. So it's actually telling you that you have a power to make, because probably if you're doubting yourself about certain big movements or decisions that you need to make, it's just letting you know that you have what it takes to make things happen. But that's up to you, because if you are thinking things in a negative way, or you feel like you can't, then that's what you're gonna have. But if you feel like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and this is how it's gonna end up, I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna be able to make things work, then that's what you're gonna get. Because it's reminding you to work on yourself more, to find the answers within you, because the answers, they lie within you. It's inside of you, and you just need to be aware of that. So what you need to know, you have here the Chariot, Cancerian. So it's telling you that it's time for you to move forward. So like I already talked to you about, there's just this feeling of maybe still, you, even if there are things that you're seeing clear, you're still stuck. it keeps on telling you, okay, one of the advice is saying you need to move forward. You might be dealing with a Cancerian, but let's see. Let's add another card here. So don't let you need to move forward, and then don't let anything come between you and whatever it is that you're working on. Whether it's you expressing yourself when it comes to love, to your partner, to your significant others, to your family. If you want to extend and be a different person in a good way, then you go for it. You should go for it, because I think the main problem here is you feel like, well, maybe it's trust issues that you're working on, due to the fact that, like I said, over in the past, I told you, you have the Four of Pentacles. So you were holding back a lot, and you're keeping things to yourself, and you're not sharing in a way. So it's just like saying, okay, it's time for you to move forward and start to look into the small things that what life can offer you. But you can only do that, like I said, if you have to try to work on yourself. You need to start looking beyond what the physical world is showing you. It is something that you need to see clear. You know what they say? Think outside the box. That's what you need to do. So, anyways, so for you, you feel like if you do these things that I'm telling you, you might have those times where you're going to, it's almost like your ego is gonna start to go up again, and you're gonna think like, okay, it is something good. Okay, I might expect something good, or things will just go so fast. I think for you it's about the movement. So if let's say you decided to start looking into this, and things will just go so fast, and then you realize, and then it's like a shock. You're gonna be shocked about the whole changes. But like I said, only if you try to do things that whatever I told you in the beginning. But it might come up to you as something that's so fast, and your ego is gonna start coming up, and you might try to question again if you're doing things right. Remember, the death of ego is the birth of love. And don't ever forget that you should apply that to yourself. And for you also, you feel like, what if I don't get what I want, and you're gonna have to deal with rejection or something like that. So I mean, I don't know, your reading is it's starting to go, I would say, kind of wishy-washy type of way. But the main focus, like I said, if you understand so many things right now that is happening within you, whether it's a relationship that you've been thinking about for a long time, and you want to take the next move, then it's one of those things. But I think you shouldn't be questioning about it. The reason being because your outcome is the Temperance Sagittarius. So if you look at it, this is an angel card. So everything is being orchestrated to you, because this is something that was meant for you to be given, a lesson that for you to see. And also, this is divinely guided also, just like I did for everybody's reading. It looks like the angel is coming out. Oh, and the devil. Wow. Okay. And then so up above, so below. I think the main point of this is there's no control about it. So there are two forces that is fighting inside your head. So you have the devil and the angel card. So 1 minute, I think you're very optimistic about the changes, and the next you become a little bit doubtful, because that devil is whispering in your ear. But at the end of the day, it's telling you to start releasing those sufferings that you had. If you have had any past traumas in your life, this is the best time for you to choose who you're going to choose. The good, the bad, the evil, or the angel. That's up to you. So anyways, that's my reading for my Piscean. Thank you so much and hope to see you again. Sorry, I'm going to have to work a little bit more so I can have a better deliverance of my reading. Anyways, you guys have a good day and stay safe. Bye.